I'm in Evia today, the second largest Greek island, yet one of the least touristed. Evia has everything from snow-capped mountains to famed hot springs, amazing olives, great seafood, wild mushrooms, and so much more.
I want you to taste it.
I will taste it gladly.
On the island, we'll make mushroom kritharoto with orzo.
This should be enough for the three of us, don't you think?
Oh, okay.
And in my kitchen, I'll make a mushroom and onion stew called stifado. You can see how dark and luscious and almost chocolatey this looks. Spicy Trahana soup with fresh seafood. The perfect marriage of earth and sea. And Kapama, lamb in aromatic tomato sauce. Smells amazing. Join me on my Greek table as I explore this cornucopia of the senses hiding in plain sight. Evia, the second largest Greek island after Crete, is a culinary wonderland hiding in plain sight. The island is just an hour from Athens, but rarely a stopover for tourists. Home to fabulous therapeutic springs, unspoiled natural beauty with lush mountains and shimmering beaches, Evia is rich in food specialties that bridge land and sea. Among them, renowned figs and large heroes olives, local pasta and cheese, great wine, some of the best seafood in Greece, forest full of mushrooms, and much, much more. Evia means rich in cattle, and while we don't see much cattle here anymore, it is a fascinating island where shepherding is still a viable profession. Many of her beloved dishes are combinations of luscious meat stews served with noodles or trahana, an ancient dairy-based grain product. It is home to monuments that stand as a testament to the length and breadth of Greek history. Evia is also a paradise for mushrooms. All sorts of wild mushrooms flourish in its rich, dense forests.
Here is a chestnut forest.
I'm on Dirfi Mountain with one of its foremost mycologists, Eleftherios Lachovaris,
You can find a big variety of mushrooms.
a passionate forager and also one of Greece's premier mushroom farmers. Together we'll explore the slopes for some of these wild natural delicacies.
This is fun.
Nati.
Oh,
excellent
I see
mushroom.
it. Oh,
The black trumpet.
how did you even see that?
Yes, Natina.
Wow.
The other name is Trompette de la Mort.
The trumpet of death.
Yes, exactly.
Why?
The trumpet of death, because it's black. But it's so delicious. See there?
Oh,
There
wow.
it's a small family of santorelles.
That's chanterelle,
Yeah.
wow.
You clean the mushroom.
And that's it, and you
And
can
that's
cook
it.
it straight from there.
Exactly. And you put in your basket.
Lefteris is a trained mushroom expert, and he knows exactly which mushrooms are safe to eat and which are poisonous. I wouldn't recommend doing this unless you really know what you're doing.
What's this called?
There's rusula.
Rusula.
Rusula. This is a little bit toxic, a little bit. If you eat this particular mushroom, you mean it's some gastro problems.
okay,
more.
okay.
Did you know that Evia actually means the land of cattle? And there aren't that many cows on the island anymore, but there is a lot of lamb. And that's what I'm cooking today in a wonderful dish called Kapama. I'm using boneless leg of lamb for this. The first step is to brown the lamb. And I just want to make sure my oil should be hot. You want to hear it. We want to get really good color on this. Kapama, it's really nothing more than a tomato-based meat stew, but it usually has some spice. I wanted to cook it
kind of as a homage to the island of Evia, because there is such a strong shepherding tradition there. This is exactly at the point where I'm ready to add the onions. It's nice and brown. These are going right in. They just need to be stirred around for a few minutes to soften. Now that this is beautifully browned and the onions are nice and soft, put a little bit of salt in there and a touch of black pepper. And I'm just about ready to deglaze it with the brandy. Want to do this a little carefully. Do not put your face over the pot. I like that kind of bittersweet undertone that brandy imparts. I'm just gonna add my spices to this. Some allspice berries, the cinnamon stick, the bay leaves, and the bukovo, Greek hot pepper flakes. Tomatoes, the basic ingredient besides the meat in kapama. It's going right in. I'm gonna add just a little bit of water, enough to barely cover the meat. Cover it. And as I like to say, let the food work for me. Smells amazing. Oh yeah, it is perfect. Exactly at that point where the meat is so tender I can cut right through it with a wooden spoon. I'm about to add the figs. These are really well known and they're famous because of their white color. They're kind of a classic Greek ingredient. These are going right into the pot. And the next thing I'm going to add to this are these giant green olives. These are actually also a really well-known agricultural product from the island of Evia, and we call them heroes olives because they're so big. These are going right into the pot. And last but not least, just a little bit of parsley to brighten this up even more. The moment of truth. Time to serve this. While the lamb was cooking, I just made some plain rice. I seasoned it with krokos kozanis, which is Greek saffron. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to dig into this. First of all, the lamb just melts in your mouth. It's so tender, but it's also absorbed everything that's going on in here. The brininess of the olives, the sweetness of the figs, and I even get a little bit of the brandy that went in here. And I'm drinking a syrah from the island of Evia. This is a good match. A lot of the same spiciness, the same undertones that the Kapama has. Very nice, round, long aftertaste. And it's a really nice match for this Kapama. Isihian. How did you end up cultivating mushrooms in Evia?
Ideal climate.
Oh, wow. This is very cool. These are oyster mushrooms.
Oyster mushroom, yes.
It feels like a steak.
Exactly. Do you want to pick it?
Yeah. Oh, that's heavy.
That's right.
Oh, wow, look at that. This is like a kilo and a half. Right?
Exactly, exactly like that.
And mushrooms have a lot of the same nutritional value as meat.
The nutritional value of the mushrooms is very high. First of all, they contain proteins.
So all of the good stuff that red meat has and none of the bad stuff.
Yes.
So how would you eat this?
You can cut it by your hand. You see,
Look at
like that.
Wow.
And
It's
you can
amazing.
eat it.
There are so many different textures in here.
Exactly.
It's amazing. I want to see everything else in here too.
This is the coral mushroom.
This is so strange.
It's a very aromatic, spicy taste
It's sweet.
at the beginning, and after there is a little bit spicy.
Oh yeah, I got pepper. It's amazing. I've never seen this anywhere in Greece.
This is the strange
yeah.
mushroom word.
What are these?
This is our shiitake cultivation.
Wow. Shiitake is the only mushroom in here that is not native to Greece.
Yes, the Japanese name. Rich taste, rich, meaty taste. You have
Very,
a full,
full
rich
taste, yeah.
taste.
and it's easy to cultivate a mushroom that's not native to Greece.
Of
You know,
course, yes, because they like Mediterranean climate.
everyone
the
likes the
light.
Mediterranean climate.
Yes, like that, even the mushrooms.
I love Trahana. It's one of my absolute favorite Greek ingredients, and it's this very unusual grain product. I'm making something today that, to me, speaks to exactly what the island of Evia is all about, a combination of land and sea. I'm making a beautiful soup with mussels and shrimp. I have to get the mussels going, so I'm gonna get my wine in here. We're gonna steam them first. Just some white wine. I like to use whole mussels in the shell. We want to get this boiling, and we want the mussels to open. This is going to take about 5 minutes or so. I think the mussels are perfect. And there's a lot of great juice at the bottom of this pan. I just want to get the juice strained. Mussels can have a little bit of sand or grit. We want to use this in the Trahana soup. We want it to be clean. I just want to clean most of these mussels, get the meat out of the shell. I will keep a few in the shells because it looks really pretty when you serve it. Most of the mussels in Greece come from the north. Mussels are one of the oldest, if not the oldest, farmed seafood. And these I'm going to save for garnish. It's going to look really pretty once the soup is served. Time to start on this Trahana. It was actually a way to preserve milk before refrigeration. And what I like to do is coat it in a little bit of olive oil. I'm using what we call in Greek Tinos trahanas, which is sour trahana. It means that it was made with either buttermilk or yogurt, so you get that sour dairy flavor. I want to get the mussel juice in here. The tomatoes go in next. And I'm gonna get a little bit of water in here. This will cook up into almost a porridge-like consistency. And I'm gonna get started on my shrimp next. Get a little bit of this great extra virgin Greek olive oil in here. I don't want the oil to be too hot because I'm gonna add the garlic first and I don't want it to burn. I just want to soften the garlic. This is exactly what we want on the garlic. As soon as it starts to sizzle up, the shrimp go in. Looking good. I'm not gonna cook these completely because they're gonna cook in the soup as well. I think these are ready for the addition of the mussels, just for those flavors to meld. Let me get my steamed mussels in the shell in here too. This is going in next. A little bit of lemon juice. That's what keeps the balance of flavors. And a little bit of feta. I just want a little bit of that extra creaminess as the cheese melts. I'm gonna thin it with a little bit of water. It's getting a little bit thick. And the only thing I need to do is chop some parsley, and that's basically just for some color and garnish. The soup is really creamy, and the parsley just adds a really nice fresh note. That is looking beautiful. I'm gonna get this served. And I just wanna get a couple of those beautiful whole mussels in here. They look so pretty. I have to serve this with a little bit of Greek feta. I'm ready to taste this. This whole recipe is like the perfect marriage of earth and sea, because the Trahana is actually, it's almost a gamey quality to it, which is absolutely delicious. But the seafood is really coming out. It's really pronounced. The lemon perks everything up. It cuts through the richness of the Trahana. And I can keep eating. If the camera's rolling, it's delicious. I want to serve some wine with this. I like to drink a wine from Evia with this dish. It's a combination of Assyrtiko, which is a very traditional Greek island variety, and Viognier, which is a noble French variety. It's got this really nice kind of green apple, green fruit flavor, and a lemony finish. And it's a beautiful wine to pair with a dish as rich as the Trahana.
You know, the summer black trap.
Yeah.
The Latin name is
With the mushrooms we've collected in the wild and indoors, Lefteris and I are going to cook with his friend, Chef Zervudaiki. A mushroom extravaganza awaits us.
I get the sense that you do this a lot.
Yes. Every time we have people that are coming from Athens for our excursions.
What are we cooking?
We are cooking kritharoto with orzo. Oh, don't be afraid. We start with olive oil.
I'll be your sous chef.
Like most of Mediterranean dishes, we start with olive
Yes.
oil. Then we have
Onion.
Then we have the peppers. We can have the garlic now. You can tear the fresh mushrooms.
These
After
mushrooms.
give me
is
the
the
olive,
shiitake.
please.
These are the shiitakes.
The shiitakes.
You want these in strips,
Yes.
like that.
Like that, yes.
Is that chanterelles?
chanterelles, black strawberries from the mountain. Here are the oysters that we picked earlier. You're gonna make nice strips by hand here.
These are dried porcini.
Dried porcini.
Porcinis are hand-picked from north end of the island, and they are sun-dried.
Now this is
powder that we make from the porcini.
this is porcini,
Porcini
dried
powder,
porcini
yes.
powder. This is one of my secret ingredients too. I add it to a lot of things.
Can we have the orzo?
This is 2 kilos.
Let me empty this.
Okay,
It's
okay.
heavy. And a lot of wine.
We are going to deglaze the pan. The sun-dried tomatoes. It's ready for the stock.
Okay, and this is mushroom stock.
Mushroom stock, porcini stock.
Red pepper flakes.
Okay.
I like hot food, but not everybody else
okay.
does.
This is for you.
And the thyme.
Okay. In with the thyme. All of it. Okay. We can have the porcini powder now.
Yes, sir. How much of it?
Give me 1 tablespoon and we are seeing. Okay. Oh, perfect.
Can you add a little bit more powder?
You know what happens when there are 3 people?
One more.
When there are 3 people cooking.
Yeah.
It's like
gets better.
it's like having 3 architects.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's got an
But-
opinion,
but-
and everyone's right. You want the cheese in there now?
Yeah. And we are ready.
Half, that's
Half.
it.
Ready to finish.
Okay. And how we finish every recipe?
With extra virgin olive oil.
Okay. Ready.
I think this should be enough for the 3 of us, don't you think?
Oh,
I'm making this beautiful mushroom stew called stifado. It's a really classic dish in Greece, and it's often made with meat, more often than with anything else. I'm gonna start just by softening my porcinis. They're dried, and they need to soak in a little bit of warm water for about a half hour. The most characteristic ingredient in any dish called stifado, it's actually where it gets its name, are these beautiful onions. And you can use shallots, you can even use little pearl cocktail onions for this. You just want them to be whole and peeled. That's the secret. We want to get the pan nice and hot before adding the olive oil. A little goes a long way. And as soon as this is warmed up, I'm gonna add the onions. These need to cook now for about 20, 25 minutes until they have this beautiful caramelized color. And I'm kind of just gonna let them do their work. So I've got my beautiful creminis here. I've got these lovely oyster mushrooms, and I've got just pretty classic white button mushrooms as well. And of course, the portobellos, which are really meaty. I have a damp paper towel here. I just want to wipe them off. You want to just basically get the dirt off them. What I like to do when I make mushroom stifado, I don't like to chop them very finely. I like the meatiness of it. I can smell the onions. They're beautiful. Got this beautiful dark amber color. That's exactly what we want. The mushrooms go in next. The portobellos, my buttons, oyster mushrooms, these beautiful creminis, and everything I've got here in the bowl already cut. Let me just stir this up a little bit. By the time these cook down, they'll have exuded all that delicious mushroom juice. Let's get the bay leaf in here. I'm using 2 bay leaves. A little bit of red wine vinegar goes right in here. And I like to use a touch of balsamic as well. And a little bit of this delicious sweet red wine called Mavrodaphne. One other little secret, I have my forest here. I'm gonna add a little bit of fresh rosemary. It's also one of the really common ingredients in stifado. I'm gonna cover this, let it work, and while that's happening, I'm gonna get going on my pasta water. The water's boiling. The pasta's ready to go in. These are chilopites. Can you say that? For this dish, I like to use these beautiful flat, wide noodles. These are only gonna take a few minutes to cook. And while that's boiling, I wanna get the porcinis ready. We want some of this delicious liquid. There's a lot of flavor in here. They smell so good. It's almost like earth and chocolate together. That is perfect. So I'm gonna get the porcinis in here. And some of the strained porcini juice. Ah, that's great. The mushrooms look perfect. Everything's ready. I just wanna get my garnish done, which is just a little bit of parsley that I'm gonna chop. I'm ready to serve this. It smells so good. You can see how dark and luscious and almost chocolatey this looks. A little bit of this chopped parsley on top for garnish. Just to make it a little bit brighter. It's begging to be sampled. It's sweet earth. It is so good. Because there's a lot going on in here, but it's all very subtle. The onions, the sweet Mavrodaphne wine, leave that beautiful, subtle, underlying sweetness, but everything else is super earthy. And I'm also getting that light acidity from the vinegars. And this begs for one of Greece's many, many red wines. It's a combination of 3 native grape varieties, Mavroudi, Mavrotrahano, and Limnio. I'm getting a lot of berry, like raspberry and cocoa and coffee. It goes beautifully with this dish. I encourage you to cook and enjoy. Yamas.
I want you to taste it.
I will taste it gladly. Wow, not only can I taste the mushrooms, I can taste all the mushrooms.
All the mushrooms.
And especially the mushroom powder. This is great. It's delicious. You made me realize that you really can substitute every piece of meat with a nice, beautiful
Okay, thank
mushroom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think that's the lesson today here. Let's sit down and enjoy this. Wow, these are beautiful.
There are about 30 different oyster mushroom species in the planet. This is the yellow mushroom.
It's so
More
firm.
Yes, so firm. You can eat it even raw.
Can I have one?
Of course, of course. Let me cut for you. It's this. There's a yellow cap, white flesh.
So different. It has a very floral
Floral.
taste.